Hello! Hey, what's up, guys? Hi, Atsuko. Hi, Chain. Hi, everyone else who is here in Lurkin. How's it going, guys? I hope you're doing good. I'm having an okay day. Um... Yeah. I had, I had a doctor's appointment today, which, was kind of lame. Yeah, no, today was my last day, because I don't work Mondays. I'll be back to work tomorrow. Ugh. Yikes! I don't want to. No, but today was because I had a doctor's appointment and it sucks. It sucked. And after that I did okay. I did like art and stuff, and so which was nice. But now I'm gonna play Disco Elysium. I've been really excited to play this. Also, I played a little bit of Dead by Daylight today. What the hell was that? Um, you played Identity 5. Did you? Oh my god, did you enjoy it? Um, it was hard for the first game. Yeah? Damn. Alright. Okay, I was checking if my sound was delayed or something. I really need to use my points somewhere. I was like, what the fuck are those buttons for? Yeah? This tray is full of dice. Colorful polyhedral dice. Hundreds of them. The candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice. Hey!
Hello, I'm Nia.
If you can't poop, take your shit. So we're in the studio of the dice maker, who is a really cool character from this game. She can make some dice for us.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius. So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny. Hold on, what do you mean by milieu?
Yes, a Milius is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
You must have confused me with someone else. I haven't knocked on your... Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong.
I was looking for something else.
Answers? How strange. These days people only come to me for dice and role-playing games. I'm not sure how helpful I'll be, but go ahead and ask.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites. This person means you, or no one else, absolutely no harm. She will answer freely and honestly.
How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Do you like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items. She's thankful for the security they provide her.
Okay, I'd like to order a die from you.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
I forgot which one is Kazuskara dice. I need more time to think about it.
No need to rush. Take a look around, see if anything inspires you.
Oh, what do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here.
Seriously, I've got a great view of the courtyard and you didn't see or hear anything Sunday night?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by the daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard.
Yeah, the blue-red one. I don't know which one that is.
During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike. But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
And you never took your eyes off the work to look out of the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness. It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
Thank you for your answers.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
I do if you want to know. Yeah, I want to know. I want to get it. Where are we anyway? What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
The one that helps you with your job? Okay. How do you explain what happened to all those companies then?
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There are hardly any customers and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Hold on, the whirling is part of the doomed commercial area?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the Commerce Central project.
You're right, the whirling doesn't really look like it's cursed.
And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
It's because she's in cahoots with the demons.
Plaisance thinks it's because you're the source of it, a malignant entity. No, it's because you're competent and dedicated to your craft. The curse doesn't affect people like you.
What, so the curse only affects people with poor work ethics? What you're describing isn't a curse, it's capitalism.
The jig is up. The she-demon knows you've uncovered her true identity.
My god,
Time
Half-Light.
has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
I'm starting to see that there's no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
Plaisance is not going to like what you have to tell her.
I'd like to order a die from you.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
I'm looking for something to help with my work.
I think I have just the right one for you.
She opens the top drawer of her work desk and takes something out. Two polyhedrons, red and blue, are cradled in her palm.
Police colors.
Because I'm a police officer, right?
Not the most original, I know. But sometimes the obvious choice is obvious because it's best. Here, catch. They're a gift from me.
Oh, catch the dice.
You
Oh.
overthink it. Your hands can't agree what to do, and the two dice drop to the floor and scatter in opposite directions, like pearls from a broken string. The blue one disappears down the pit in the center of the room.
Ah, down the drain, like your career. I apologize, officer. That comment was unnecessary.
I don't have the blue die.
That one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay. The other one was the inverse. They were a set, you see.
That's so sad.
It's broken. It's a shame. They might have brought you luck. And you definitely need luck in Martinez.
Is she pitying you? Good God.
I'm so sad. I'm so sad. This game fucking hates me and I miss all my checks.
Now, was there anything else?
God damn it. I can't. Like, it's down the chimney. I can't get it. Should I just restart my game? I'm gonna restart my game. I'm actually mad about this. I want both of them. I've really been struggling in this playthrough. I just feel like I keep failing all of my checks. It's really annoying. Why did she throw them at me when there's a giant pit next to us? My god. Oh my god, why is it so slow? Stop cucking me, game.
Hello, did you try? So what?
Could this be? She's got a direct.
Yes, mostly they just teach you to swear in different. I'm a nov.
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong.
Answer. I'm not sure.
It almost. This person means you.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind. I think
Police colors.
not the most. Here, catch. They're a gift for me.
Mr.
Yes.
Smooth moves. You snatch the dice out of the air with one hand, just like you're in a movie.
Oh, what are the odds? The red one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay, and the blue one is the inverse. I believe these dice are your lucky charm, officer.
She winked back at you. Can you believe it? You truly are Mr. Smooth Move.
Yay.
You definitely
Totally on my
need
first
lucky
try.
Martinez. How did I? Some of my friends, not the
Some of them, she's thankful for the security.
not.
Who cares?
I'm sorry, detective, but, well, during day, but I never saw anyone. I might. It's really hard to make. It's an odd profession.
She not.
Anything else, officer? We're in. But when I.
Plaisance was right. There's
It's just capitalism. Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business. Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up. And then I've been
It's because she's in cahoots with the demons. Time has come to face the source.
Exactly. But I'm.
Plaisance is not going to like what you have to tell her.
Minecraft mansion. Crave the mines. Yeah. Do you know what happened to other tenants? Everyone else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
There used to be a hair salon here, right?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
You wouldn't like it either. The others would laugh at you.
What do you mean?
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad.
Thank you, conceptualization.
It's not about the haircut. It's about the confidence.
What's wrong with a bit of experimenting? The customers should have been more open-minded.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
What happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
And who was Artemitep?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
Maybe that's what Kuno needs, a community-centric boxing club.
Kuno? Who's Kuno?
He's a little ginger gremlin who likes to defile dead bodies.
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth? Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
How did that community project work out?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
You should have known it.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
Peaceful? What's up with the broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milius.
What the fuck?
Who would have guessed? And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
What's a snuff milli? I already know what that is, but...
It's a Sub Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
What does she mean, to get off on it?
Wait, people do that?
People do that. I believe the ICP got them. They have a special division that deals exclusively with Sub Rosas. In any case, I don't think it's your job to worry about what happens on Milius. I probably shouldn't have even mentioned it. Things like that are better forgotten.
Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying around.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
What drugs exactly?
Let it pass.
Anything else?
I found creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
Insect rights activists? What in the name of...
The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
I'm glad that someone took care of the little guys. I like insects.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow. It's hard to say why.
Okay. What's with the rotor blades and skis?
they were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
Interesting. What do these transmissions say?
The usual, I imagine, that he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns. But Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those keys and blades are still lying around in the house.
I found a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She liked them.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral.
That's understandable. Fantasies are serious things. The mind is the drawing board of history.
They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What do you mean, liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
From what I've seen so far, the project did look quite impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up to work on time.
She's right. Showing up to work on time is important. Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult.
Mood.
Especially if you've been drinking.
That's too bad. I would have supported them. The project looked great.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
The result is 1 on a 20-sided die. The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes, like snowfall.
Anything else?
There was a terrifying taxidermied bear in the cellar.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
What about the other ideas?
There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Sounds like she really didn't like those girls.
What did they expect? 20 cents per hour is dog's pay. I'm surprised they showed up to work at all.
Oh, but they did. They did show up to work, and not alone. There were also acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the ice cream stand. And they already had the bear.
What about the bear?
The bear.
It didn't work out?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Ravachol ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
The bear was scary. Every time I saw that bear, I felt scared, like it could become alive any moment now.
The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. He called it Megatherion.
Sounds cool. Scary, but cool.
Megatherion?
Megatherion, a mega wild beast.
What's the mega wild beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
A
Oh.
wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs.
Oh my god, electrochemistry.
The horrific necktie tightens around your neck, strangely excited. But it doesn't feel particularly fun this time around.
I won't do drugs.
Very good. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
Little sparkling embers under the window. Outside it's light. Light scatters from the low-hanging cloud cover. There's always the threat of snow.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long time.
I found the building's intercom, but it's not working.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
So you're telling me that the doorbell with the empty name card was yours?
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
I was wondering about the Whirlingame Rags. Is it part of the same building complex?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the whirling from the intercom, albeit I doubt that anyone responds.
If the whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the Dune commercial area. The darkness of this place is there, too.
I saw a name, East Delta Pinball, on the doorbell.
Right. It used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure, before my time. I'm not surprised, however. My advice, don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, floriography, trick track, especially pinball.
A strange thing happened when I tried calling a company named Slipstream SCA. Someone answered.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years. Are you sure it was Slipstream SCA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore.
She said she was from Tricentennial Electrics.
Tricentennial Electrics? It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
No, it was something else.
100 years ago. Oh my god.
Whatever happened, keep your cool. It's probably better to admit that it was a harmless prank.
So I'm not 100% sure if this is it, but now I kind of get it. The whole thing with the lady answering the phone and it's like a recording, quote unquote, from the past. I think it might be related to the Pale. I think the Pale might have messed with the intercom on that specific one. And I'm getting a recording, or like, of voices from 100 years ago. It was something else, something eerie.
Pranks can be eerie. Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity.
Actually, the Slipstream SCA mystery might be a recording. I called again later and got exactly the same message.
Why would Slipstream SCA have a 100-year-old recording as their doorbell message? Doesn't make any sense. I'm still convinced it was nothing more than some elaborate prank.
I have a few more questions about the building.
Sure, I'm listening.
I don't actually.
I'm pretty sure it still does. Sure, I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
Why hasn't her business failed? It's a Shivers check. Do I have anything for Shivers? +1 Shivers.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm.
God damn it, Shivers, you failed me.
She has begun to idly clean one of her.
Okay, I'm out of here. I have the dice now. Quack! Hey! Hey, Zeph. Hi, Mother Quacker. How you doing? Okay, there's like... Still going a little insane? Yeah? Insane in the membrane? Yeah? I could do something about the abandoned lorry now.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Nia, and she's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
I love how I have my flashlight pointed directly at her face. She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire. You've come this far. You know how to end it. There is an entity behind the entity.
There's another entity more malignant pulling the strings in Martinez. Perhaps in my travels I will cross paths with it.
A third order presence, yes.
A great dark relief washes over her.
I've heard of these triactors. In certain occult literature, that's too dark to dwell on for too long, and definitely not in the presence of my daughter. I understand everything, sir. Thank you for your descending into the maelstrom. I will keep fort up here, strengthen the wards, do my best. And if you happen upon the third entity in your travel, may the Lord be with you.
Yes, the venture continues. In other waters, darker waters.
I need to pull the flashlight away. I have Castle's card dice.
A lorry, the smell of cigarette. There's something odd about the passenger seat. Voila, a stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol, Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen.
Fold open the topmost map.
This large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South. Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock, and this person knows them all. There, hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roar on the 881. High above the mass of brown and red roofs, that is Jamrock. The commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside the windshield.
Where does the road lead?
To Kuron, through the middle-income neighborhoods there, by the river, and then to Stella Maris and La Delta for work, while the men and women of Jamrock scuttle to their fates below the road.
Fold open the second map.
This municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the Pox, old military hospital,
Huh?
right adjacent to the 41st precinct.
That was weird. I have them in my inventory. I have Kazu's card dice.
No storm
They're red and
will
blue.
ever drown Revachol, the great solution to the riddle of history. Wind rips through the empty hallways of the once great military hospital, now just a ruin under an overgrown park. Beneath the hospital, great sewer tunnels hum and vibrate with life of their own.
What does that sound?
The rattle of motor carriages and lorries driving through long-forgotten tunnels, lit by
Gas.
lights. The final map displays a labyrinth
Gas,
of service
gas,
tunnels left
gas.
over from the construction of Motorway 881. A few routes have been marked with a pen, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake.
What does this all mean?
The cluttered cabin of the abandoned lorry offers no reply. If only Lieutenant Kitsuragi were here to help you.
Oh
piece
my
together.
god.
You stuff the maps back under the seat cover, but you close the rusty.
Wait.
A lorry, the smell of cigarettes. There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seat in a metallic drawer slides out. It's an issue. It looks like an. These formulas. It's an issue. It looks like a. These formulas. You pull out toolbox slides back. You wait, but what? Sandpaper adds extra grip, matching one of the footprints found from the crime scene, which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
The missing 8th Hardy?
Looks like it, yes.
And she's also the one running the drug trade. What a handful.
You've identified the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys had... You should talk to them. The movie stars are still
Where...
close the...
What's the physical instrument check that I have to run? Oh. Is it this one?
A lorry, the windows, fumes of heavy fuel oil. The driver, a large man, the back, a book with red.
What? Oh, I think it's a check that I just can't do anymore. Cause I think Kim did it for me. I think so. Oh my god, why don't the things go away when you can't do them anymore? That's annoying. I think I want to buy a new thing. I have 2 skill points because I want to do the Col do Mama d'Aqua thought. Col do Mama d'Aqua. Important. Okay, and then what? I need... Can I put points in interfacing? I can. Good stuff. Now I can try the... I can try several things. I can try the thing... The stealing the book about cockatoos, and the payphone thing. And I'm gonna try the cargo container thing. I don't think I can do it. I think it's upstairs.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out.
Oh my
Slowly,
god!
move your hand.
Sir, no touching the merchandise. People like their books pristine, not handled by God knows who.
Bro, I'm just gonna buy it.
Oh, and
This is ridiculous.
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found on the Seminine Islands and in southern Fas a la Mer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues.
Okay, what more?
This book talks about the delicate nature of twos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang bang cockatoo. It's colorfully illustrated.
Alright, what problems do these birds have?
Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day. They love to talk and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up.
I could handle that. It would be nice to have someone to talk to when feeling lonely.
Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as recurring issues. If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, or become aggressive.
Right, that's pretty bad. Anything else?
It is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day.
My
And
god.
give them the full care that they need. These birds will never understand that you have a life of your own.
Yes, but there has to be something great about cockatoos as well.
You're right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They love to perform, cuddle and show off, and will even scream for fun, often as loud as up to 135 decibels. Ouch. That must hurt.
Worried about the funeral cockatoo.
This is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus venereus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. This bird looks as if dressed for a funeral, 24/7. There is something indisputably ominous about it.
Isn't there one that's like black and red and it looks really ominous? Worried about the major majestic cockatoo.
Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most crest, embellishing its
I have nothing
proud
else to
and
do, so I'm
unctuous
gonna chill
nature.
until either it's 4:30 and I can heal, or my phone dies. Hey, thank you, Chain. I hope you enjoy your time here. Also, thank you so much, Atsuko, for the Prime. I really appreciate it. 13th month. Oh my god. Leave. Yeah, I was like, what does the word heal have to do with anything? Thank you again, Atsuko. I really appreciate it. God, that's the sub alert. It is. It's very spooky. Also, hi Twi. Sorry. I'm reading about cockatoos right now.
In the words of poet explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this big, bold, and beautiful species. It must be glorious to behold, dark pink and snow white.
Read about the most common bang bang cockatoo.
Despite its banging name, the bang bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species, common in almost all Seminoles forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world. Its plumage is mainly grey and white. The Seminoles name, bang bang, is thought to be of onomatopoeic origins.
Oh, no shit. Honestly, this bird does sound a bit like me.
Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you?
The gray and common bang bang. No, no. Only, isn't that obvious? Major majestic, here I come.
You're right. Your Majesty embodied. This big, beautiful bird belongs on your heraldry.
Yes! Okay, I got this done. Wasted a fucking skill point, but fine. Annoying. What was the other one I could do? Oh, I can't do this one. The punch clock payphone thing. Maybe someday this game will stop fucking me. You know how they talk about streamer luck? Well, I have streamer bad luck with this run of this game. It wasn't that bad the first time I played it. Move!
The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you pick up the handset.
Let your muscle memory dial a random number!
It's unclear whether you actually have...
Why? Why? And why?
Sure, nothing tricky about that.
Oh my god! I have 72% chances of winning and I fail! What do you mean? This makes no sense at all. Why? I keep failing all of these. I'm so upset. I can't do shit. Sorry for getting upset. It's just like every time. Even when I have high chances, I fail. I'm so annoyed right now. Give me a fucking break. I'd actually... I feel like this game is purposefully pissing on me. You get it? Like, do you know what I'm talking about? Pissing on me. Directly. On my face.
You're back before the cargo container. The container, a tough nut to crack for sure, but the strongest containers often... The door... Why does this situation feel so familiar? Do you have a history of propositioning inanimate objects?
I love how my chances are not raising at all.
And, as it's always been, it's impossible to open it.
Bro, whatever. Like, how am I supposed to get any progress done, my dude? I can't do anything, and Kim's not with me, so I feel like I'm missing some stuff here. I don't even know what to do until Kim comes back, which means the next day. I'm just gonna go to the beach, man. Let's go to the beach. And Kim and Judge. Please, just go down the stairs. Thank you. Don't piss me off. Hello, Nyx. How are you? Ah!
Kicks a stone.
Thank you so much for the sub, Nyx. I appreciate it. The 4th month. Thank you so much.
The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
You must be Lillian's twins.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
I already said that.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulder.
That's a child.
The other one laughs as well. Maybe there's some kind of reason why they're laughing. An interesting reason, somehow tied to the case.
Why? What are you laughing about?
The boy stops laughing and looks at his toes. Oh, okay. So now he's shy. Now he's not talking. Just wobbling around like he's afraid of something.
You guys look identical.
The stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of. The obvious fact that you just stated.
He looks just like me.
Yeah, I said that.
The boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock. Both of their hair is covered in some kind of dirt. The rock kicker was just being shy, but now he's enthusiastic again.
Bye, kids. Take care. I guess. Alright, I need to investigate around here. I don't know.
Hello, mister.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
Are you Lillian's daughter?
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom?
Yes, we met earlier.
That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
Are the twins outside your brothers?
Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside. They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart.
They look identical, right? I said the same thing.
They look identical.
What's that?
It's a grouse.
You might be able to get on Garth's good side if you replace the broken scooter you almost certainly broke.
Yes, but was it for?
I don't know.
Can I have it? I know someone who really likes stuffed birds.
Sure.
Oh.
Go and get it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry.
All right. You just need to grab it from the ceiling and go.
What's that thing you're holding?
It's Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of. Like...
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly,
That's Herbie.
has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing. and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Well, pleased to meet you, Lemmy.
Lammy usually doesn't like strangers. But you're also fuzzy, like Lammy.
Goodbye.
Bye!
Can I get the bird? I can't. I don't have to do a check or anything. Yes!
You stop mid-step and put your hand on the garish necktie.
What does it want?
That bottle, Bratan! Just look at that bottle!
Where? Bottle what?
In this drunk's hand, on the pipe there, glowing blue, a mysterious, otherworldly blue, filled to the brim with holy mysteries. It's hard to know what exactly your vivid interior is speaking of here, but I'm guessing it's got a lot of alcohol in it.
I really don't care about any bottle. I don't want to look at it.
You should care! I'm getting a very special vibe from that bottle. Please go talk to him. I need to look at it closer.
Oh my fucking god. What's that? It's just closed, I guess.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
Does he actually know you? Or is he just shopkeep friendly?
What are you talking about?
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss.
Peace.
Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
I'm a cop, by the way.
See? There it is, Bratushka! The spirit! Let's buy the spirit! 300 real is a lot, but this has to be done!
Bro, I have none real to- I have 9 real to my name.
It's our end game!
This is just another stupid drunk idea I'm having that I'm attributing to my necktie.
Bratan, you don't understand! It's not just another drink! This is what our relationship has been building towards all these years! This is the climax, the mystery, the virginal sigh! You have to buy it from him! Get it off him! Kill him if you have to! Our ultimate fate depends on it, and the fate of many worlds.
What the fuck do you mean? I'm not getting any of that. Friend, do we know each other?
Sure, friend. You know it.
Don't mind old Rosemary here. He's a buffoon.
A buffoon.
Let's have a word after your high-concept transactions. I'll give you the lowdown.
Amphetamine?
Hi. By amphetamine, I mean speed.
I think you didn't hear me when I said I'm a police officer.
Sure did, buddy boy. That's why I said amphetamine. I mean speed. I mean amphetamine. I got both.
I thought by speed you meant amphetamine?
Aye. That's what I said.
Right.
Good, my man. Now what can I offer you?
Quite the business venture you've set up here.
Oh. The system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard.
Okay, what do you mean?
You see, friend, man makes his own luck, and I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor exquise, sold 2 to the fellows around here, and immediately invested the profit. Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now. I got everyone on my hook.
Looks like you're on your own hook too.
Of course. It is what it is, you know.
It is what it
It's
is.
always been.
It
People,
is what
baby
it
boy.
is.
It's the people.
Why does the bottle of spirits cost 300 real?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
No one can buy spirits for 300 real. That's crazy.
You know what's crazy, actually?
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
What is?
What?
What do you mean what? What did you think was crazy earlier?
This guy.
Conversation might bring a discount, no?
Where'd you get the bottle of spirits from?
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office.
He ain't shitting you! Medicinal spirits are a blast, Bratan! The flaming truth of this joke of a world!
I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink.
Oh, wait, I think I got it.
Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
That's a good tip. I should remember it.
It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn
4
thing.
real to remove a
But I came
kidney?
out on top after all.
Okay, how?
The idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead thingies. Swipe 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila. What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7% almost pure alcohol. 2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
I thought it was 300.
Yeah, you thought right. Don't even try to sneak anything past old Rosemary here. I got all senses locked on you, buddy boy. So what will it be?
Never mind, I misheard. 3 real is a fair price.
Aye, the mind. Plays tricks sometimes. Always double check. So, you want it or not?
I think it will prove useful, yes.
3 real and it's yours, friend. The deal of a lifetime.
Okay, I think I know what I need this for, and I didn't do this in my first playthrough, so I'm gonna get it.
Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
Bratan, I am so proud! Now, whatever you do, don't drink it! This deserves so much more than just regular oral consumption!
I know. Making a Cosmos card or AU for Kingdom Hearts? Oh my god, that sounds so cool. I haven't played that game, but those games, I mean. That's cool.
The tie is so on the money there. Up the bum it goes.
I don't want to put it up my bum.
Who said anything about putting it up there? No! We're gonna put it into a way more special place! So special! Just hang on to it!
Oh, I'm
Keep it
excited.
safe. Wait for my sign!
I'm excited.
Soon. The time will come soon. Have patience, brave one. I'm getting a really dark vibe from this. This won't.
In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
Fuck you. Hey, Tequila. That's his name. Don't call Abigail.
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
I'm the law.
Abigail. Oh, Abigail.
Who is Abigail?
Uh-huh. Abigail. Don't you fucking call Abigail.
Abigail is his wife or girlfriend. Chances are she's gone. Calling her wouldn't make it any better or worse. You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk. Never thought you'd see such a thing in your life. But this guy's a little too drunk.
Who are you? What's your name?
Don't call Abigail.
Where am I? What is this place?
The man hiccups, then mumbles something unintelligible.
Why shouldn't I call Abigail?
He snorts and beckons you to lean in.
Lean in.
closer.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail.
Tell me about your friends.
Don't you fucking call her. Hear me? Abigail?
Hey, I'm on an important investigation. I demand you answer my questions.
The drunk man starts coughing.
Ew.
A really disgusting hacking cough.
Don't call.
Well, great. What about you?
Hey, Tequila! Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you? So what's happening?
Wait, Tequila?
Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high concept, reality based adventures proceeding.
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you called someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street gang. Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
Idiot Doom Spiral. These people's names.
I like this guy. You should too. He respects you by calling you your true name.
Not too hot. I'm on a 50-year losing streak.
That's harsh. I'm like 3 or maybe 4 years into mine. Wait, no. Make it 5. Things aren't going super well for idiot Doom Spiral either. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
This guy's your buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong to an organization, a fraternity of drunks. Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation. At last.
What do you guys do around here?
We are saving the world.
Please don't go.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out. So now, it's a pirate's life for me.
What is a tequila sunset? You keep saying it.
It's you. Your tequila sunset.
How do you know this?
We've met before. Don't you remember?
No.
Aha. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be?
Yeah.
Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there.
Go ahead.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my cords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth.
Wait, did we meet on Friday?
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting. You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head, right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
It is. Does that sound like something you do? Yeah, probably.
What happened then?
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling.
Oh, yes you do, Bratushka. The only thing better than that is putting the pedal to the metal after you kiss the tie. And off we go.
One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs.
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking? The billboard?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
Naturally.
Anyway, there was a brief silence, a gasp of silence, if you will, followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic. What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs, "The time hath come!" So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, "The time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things."
Oh god, what happened next?
Your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty, and through the ice.
Your hands cramp on the steering wheel.
Great.
We ran towards the ice, whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was Too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep. Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to. We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
My real name is Harry.
No, that's just what your mother called you.
Well,
Your real name is Tequila Sunset. Just embrace it, brother.
how long did we party for?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women. How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Now that's a story.
It was the greatest thing this fishing village has seen since Rosemary tried to use a crab to open his beer.
Aye, that was a classic too.
Did I tell you anything specific about this person that fucked me?
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
Please, don't open that door.
Help.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
Abigail!
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit.
Did I mention losing anything else?
Beside your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one.
Did I say anything about my colleagues?
You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style.
It's more like you were cramping theirs.
No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show.
Hold on. Imagine Kazuo using Nightmares in, and Scar using Mirrored Split. I don't know what that means. I'm sure that's cool though. That's okay, no problem. Also, where's Mag? Mag hasn't shown up. Did I say anything about the case?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
Did we talk about politics?
Yeah, you kept talking about how the coal mine owners were fucking us all over, just like that woman fucked you. I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market makes sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve.
Okay. Did you get a read on what kind of cop I was?
You kept apologizing for being such a bad cop, and for the damage you've inflicted on everyone around you. You also kept pausing to knock the heel of your hand against your temples, saying, "Stupid, stupid, stupid."
Okay.
It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
You seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. You want to tell me another one sometime?
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right, why not? Better than a beach bum.
Yes, want to tell me how you became Idiot Doom Spiral?
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
The gleam in his eyes and the slouch in his posture is so incredibly familiar.
What do you need?
Booze. Did you already forget our party? The thing I relayed to you earlier. So, have you got anything for good old Idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me.
I don't have any on me right now.
Then I will see you again once you've procured some. Par exemple, my good friend Rosemary here sells all kinds of stuff.
All kinds, sir. Beer and wine.
You too, Tequila Sunset.
And he just, like, what an asshole. I don't think I spend a lot of time with these guys on my first playthrough. Well... Little black swallow circles above you, you hear it chirrup. Chirrup. And I have to remember where to go anywhere. Can't go there. Woohoo! Huh. Dusty windows.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Try to see inside.
Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase.
Okay. There's a lot to look at in this area, but I don't want to do it all without Kim, so...
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with. You, officer, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I was just telling my son about this building. Not many people appreciate the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Hypertext?
Yes, hypertext. Young carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
He's just making up fancy words. This doesn't mean anything.
Wait, what was that about the windows before?
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
Alright, you were talking about the building, go on.
Very important. Mikhail, say hi to the officer. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad.
Oh my god, shut up!
But he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into worms lately.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why?
What's so fascinating about an empty old building?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Hold on. What's R&D?
Look at the building looming over you.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
What's R&D department?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore. You're probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
Maya Kalpa, you are not familiar with that one either. This man is a bookhead.
I don't think I've ever heard of this Feld Electrical.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve. Or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
This fucker is just info dumping about an old, company that doesn't exist. What was that ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
Tape computer?
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer, which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Reim, Icyan, and Zam, haven't achieved yet.
He assumes something like a combat stance.
Yay!
facing
Hell
the
yeah! Time to go home.
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
What the fuck?
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even a boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
You're saying that Feld Electrical built this boardwalk?
Yes,
Walk?
they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
What the fuck is a pleasure wheel?
A wheel!
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
What happened to the engineers?
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But
The
this
boys.
story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
He means that the boys got shot by the communists. The boys were bourgeois.
Yup. Tape computers, right.
Tape computers.
What did the revolutionaries do with those advanced tape computers?
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars.
What was that?
What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02. It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans ce Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it.
What the
Tried
fuck?
to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying
Worm.
any attention.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
How did those tape computers work? Did they work like radio computers?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant. Exquisite,
I doubt it.
alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware. 10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort.
Bro, what?
It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Jews joined the team. Trying to...
Bro, shut the fuck up.
He did it. He said, Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world. What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Juice?
Okay, the Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. Paul Ackerman, Keith and Guy Juice, what are you talking about?
The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ackerman, chose to...
This is a character that I do not like because he cannot shut the fuck up. And I know I'm telling him to like talk more, but this is just to advance the time. I don't actually give a fuck about what he has to say. You're making this up. Well, come on, there's no place called the Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center of Arts.
In fact, I'm not. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant.
Professional
fragile.
yapper.
One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Bro, what do you mean?
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Cool.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The felt playback experiment vanished into the fires of 07.
The felt playback experiment?
Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the felt playback experience, but those are incorrect.
Why did the revolutionaries destroy it?
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
I wanted to have something else.
But of course, what else?
I don't care.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikaela here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Pick your brain? If anything, this was rather one-sided. He did the talking.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, man. Do not ever talk to me again. I got sunglasses! I got oversized superstar sunglasses!
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Even more bullet holes. Something has definitely happened here.
The density and spread of these bullet holes is surprising. This takes a lot of bullets. Fully automatic rifle fire.
Walk away. I need to put some stuff in my visual calculus. Close. +1 visual calculus. +1 visual calculus with the glasses.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching unable to
Bro.
piece together the big picture just now. There's a hole in their hypothesis.
I'm dumb.
The scattering of bullet holes looks like one giant smiling mouth, smiling its deadly smile, laughing at you.
Bro, come on. Bro, come on. Why is it always like this? This game fucking hates me, I tell you. Move. Move. Please, move. Here. Please move. For God's sake. People, people. People, people, electric sound. Money. Bro, take the money. Now. Thank you. Wait, I got a full bottle of alcohol? It was just an empty bottle? The guy needed booze. I'm gonna give him booze. Please, let me get across, for God's sake. Thank you. Oh my god. Okay, time to talk to the cryptozoologist. Tiny cage, carefully constructed.
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officer.
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly. He looks like your understanding of a scientist.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Gary, the crypto-fascist.
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
You must be Morale, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
You don't seem too happy to see the RCM.
Oh no, it's alright. I'm just busy. What's this about?
Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
The water lock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long. I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
Tell me about this phasmid you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
What makes it difficult to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists, in our present case.
What sorts of specialized technique is the phasmid using to hide itself?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex.
Wow.
But I cannot describe how these defences work.
Hey, welcome back, Shane.
Much less how they evolved, without studying a live specimen.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect there's something paranatural about this phasmid.
I just saw the most stupid boomer I've ever seen on the road. Why? What'd they do? What happened? How big is this phasmid?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm.
Ooh.
So,
Would you freak out if you saw a phasmid in real life? Like, I think I would freak out. I know they're like fully harmless, but I mean to humans at least. But I think I would freak out. Still, if they're that big, like if it's as big as a human's forearm, I don't know.
Seems puny, to be honest.
No, it's not puny. It's fucking big. A phasmid. You know, un phasme? Tu sais les insectes qui ressemblent à des bâtons? This fire truck was coming full speed towards me with its lights on, so I obviously move aside because that's what you do. Yeah. And the stupid boomer behind me, instead of moving aside, bypasses me. Bro, what the fuck? That's really reckless. Why are you so interested in the stick bug? It doesn't seem to be as colorful as those of, of some of the other cryptids I've heard about.
typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for.
You what?
Yeah.
Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of of any cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defences, find out how it stayed hidden so long,
Would be glory itself.
What have you discovered about it so far?
very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
Okay. So we're talking about a big-ass phasmid. So no one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
But if no one can prove it exists, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real.
It's clear that his obsession
Why am
with
I all
the phasmid
congested?
is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of scientific advancement.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Lena said there's been a sighting of it here in Martinez.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez specifically.
Uh-huh.
It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Maybe the Insulindian phasmid has died out?
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
Parthenogenesis?
Yes. The females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
That's pretty clever.
Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
Tell me more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Lena designed the traps?
Yes.
How do the traps work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can't get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
What are you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm.
What will you do if these traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you.
Uh-huh.
The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
Let me ask you about something else.
Yes. What?
Lena seems pretty eager for you to return.
And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
Come on, Morale. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
Won't let Lena down. Sounds like the cryptozoologist's wife shares a special connection to the phasmid somehow.
I didn't know the phasmid was so important to Lena.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record.
Uh-huh.
One of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
Really? She sighted the phasmid? She didn't tell me that.
Yes. That's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine.
Needless to say, you must ask her about the mysterious phasmid.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
Maybe you could go back to the whirling, warm up, come back to check the traps later?
No, no, no. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
He's dead set on this.
Okay. How did you become a cryptozoologist?
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
He seems reluctant to talk about himself, but he'll open up, if you prod a little.
So you're living your childhood dream out here.
It's not child's play, just because I have to traipse through the mud every so often.
Have you ever discovered a cryptid?
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
How many cryptids have been found?
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemnee, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes.
Yeah, and none have been found?
2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
Only 2 have proven to be real?
Yes. The Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Grad, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves. More so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
Then the Insulindian phasmid will be the 3rd.
Indeed. If our expedition is successful, every paper in the world will report on it. From Revachol to Dushantu. It will be a zoological miracle.
The hair on your arms stand up. Electricity. Sounds like reeds hissing.
Okay. Why not just be a zoologist? Real animals are puzzling too.
Real? I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
I don't. It's a professional, just like any other.
Indeed. My methods do not differ from other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence. And I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
Your nerve endings tell you there is no such thing as a positive surprise.
And has anything truly surprising ever happened to you?
No. As I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid. Although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying.
Thanks for what kinds of evidence do you use?
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought us here, to look for the phasmid. I keep a very open mind.
He's interested in things that people believe that scientists don't.
You think other scientists don't listen to ordinary people enough?
Most establishment scientists only care about reputation and remuneration, not real research. And certainly not the truth. They're a cowardly lot. And both the field and basement archives can be dangerous places.
Thanks for explaining that. Now about something else.
Yes?
What if I check the traps for you?
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
Cryptozoology and detective work are very similar.
Yes, indeed. Both require a great deal of research, attention to detail, and above all, persistence.
Where are these traps?
There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church. The 3rd is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them, you should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
What do I do if there's a phasmid in one of the traps?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
What if I encounter the phasmid in the wild?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed.
Okay.
It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
Lay it on me.
Wise choice.
This is the smell of dying reeds, of longing crumbling into the water.
I'm ready. Let's get to it.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask.
Finally, you're being sensible. I'll start packing right now.
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you'll have time for that later too. But what if the information is vital? On the hunt.
Let's talk about specific cryptids.
Alright. What cryptids precisely? I usually discuss these things with specialists, so I don't know what.
We would have to discuss. He wants to say, but decides against it. Since you've offered to help, you need to ask him about specific cryptids. Cryptids you've heard about from Lena, or his friend Gary. He won't just talk.
Which cryptid did you almost catch? You said before that you almost caught one.
A willow person. It's a long story. One non-specialist would find rather dull.
Willow people? Not at all.
What are willow people?
They're not people, really. Some argue they aren't really animals, as they seem to have evolved directly from trees. They're very, very thin, almost flat in fact, and can camouflage themselves easily, wrapping themselves around trees and blending in with the tree bark. In that way, they're not too dissimilar from the phasmid we're looking for here.
So I may have seen these willow people without knowing it?
You probably have.
How'd you almost catch a willow person?
Gary and I painted an entire grove's worth of trees in slow-drying paint. It was a bright lavender colour. I was hoping one of the willow people would get paint on it and not be able to camouflage itself. After waiting in hiding for hours, I saw a figure slip from one of the trees, a lavender shadow, dashing through the grove.
And then?
I chased it with a net. Not very elegant. You can't be elegant in the field. And, well, it was faster than me.
A lavender shadow?
I know it sounds like we were snacking on funny mushrooms, but I did see motion and colour. Mine is not a confirmed sighting of a cryptid, however. Much goes into verifying these things, and my account comes short of a few standards.
He makes it a real point here to sound falsifiable.
And Lena's sighting of the phasmid, is that...
Confirmed. It's 100% verified and meets all the standards of an authentic cryptid sighting.
I know all about the kind green ape. Look, I even have a kind green ape pin.
I see you've been talking about cryptids with Lena. The kind green ape is one of her favourites.
A warm wave passes him. Of course, the kind green ape is her favourite.
We travelled to South Safra to look for it once. Gary and I got stuck in a rainstorm, though, and had to spend most of our time there in a little village.
I came.
Oh my god, hi Mag. Hey, what's up? I'm talking to Morel about cryptids.
The search was fabulously unsuccessful, but the people were very nice. I'm glad they didn't understand what Gary was saying about them.
What? South Safra? They're just on a different rung of the ladder, Morel. I had no problem with them.
Really? You kept complaining about how dirty everything is, but we digress.
Got a power nap?
They're
Nice.
a nascent culture. I just didn't feel comfortable. And let's change the topic, okay? Talk about your critters. Or whatever.
Yes, back to cryptozoology. You don't want to sow disagreement between friends.
I know about the most dangerous cryptid, the gnome of Jeroma.
Formerly the most dangerous, yes. But do you know the most dangerous living cryptid?
No.
He doesn't want to make it feel like you knowing it is some big deal.
Living? No.
The most dangerous cryptid is a carnivorous ruminant, known colloquially as the Dread Moose.
The Dread Moose is so funny as a name. It sounds like an SCP.
Yes. The Dread Moose subsists entirely on flesh. It has even been known to dig up fresh graves in search of sustenance.
Hold on, does it also attack people?
Human remains have been found deep in the forest, torn apart, then trampled into the mulch by large hooves. Infer from that what you will.
That's just what a normal moose does. What does the dread moose look like?
Just like an ordinary hardened moose.
Alright. Then how can you tell if it's the ordinary one or the dread kind?
You can't. That's what makes it so dreadful. And hard to identify.
I am 100% behind the dread moose. I utterly believe it exists.
You're right to. The bodies found in the forest are just one piece of physical evidence. We also have sightings in Vasa, reaching back 4 centuries.
Bro, okay.
In fact, we may be close to capturing a live specimen. Modern genetic methods may prove crucial in differentiating the dread variant from the herbivorous one. Anyway.
How the biggest cryptid, the giant of Kokonur.
That's impressive, I guess. But have you seen it with your own eyes?
No.
Of course you haven't.
Have you seen it?
I haven't had a chance to travel to Kokonur. No.
Approving tip of a hat.
I likely never will.
Hat-to-hat
The
communication.
Samarskill Desert
Yeah.
region has been embroiled in a small civil war for the last 8 years. I fear this mindless barbarism may have wiped out the elusive creature entirely. Sightings of towering luminosities have grown rare recently, while they once used to be constant.
It remains unclear what this has got to do with you seeing it, as he was inquiring before. He was just being defensive.
I know about Cryobacter catlensis.
Oh, everyone knows about that one. Thanks to Professor Mijanu being the talk of the town for a time.
A bit of jealousy there. He'd want that glory, truth be told, even if he'd have to inject himself with bacteria to get it.
Although, probably because her life ended as a result of her work in Gutler, no one remembers her contributions to the search for the Nongok.
The Nongok?
A flightless cursor owl found in the Seminine Isles. Its long legs permit the Nongok to run faster than any other avian, perhaps any other animal, who knows. When it's not hunting its prey in this manner, Yok hangs from tree branches, like a bat, waiting to dive on hapless prey below on the jungle floor. Mijanu liked extreme animals, you see. One of the few figures of the academic establishment I respect. Really a shame she disappeared.
When did she disappear?
Oh, decades ago. In the 30s. I didn't know her personally, of course. The chasm of academic pretension still stood before us, even though she had unusual courage for someone from the other side.
Just tell me about a cool cryptid, any cryptid.
No offense, officer, but I'm not much of a pedagogue. I don't know what I would have done if Lena hadn't persuaded me to go back to field research. You should ask her if you want interesting stories. Me? Not a people person, unless you haven't noticed. And I don't make a good lecturer. My strength lies in field work and persistence.
Okay.
By all means.
Time to save. I haven't saved in a while, because I've been talking to this guy for a long time.
Hello, I'm Gary. I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
I'm not a lover of the great outdoors.
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Did you use your Kazaskara dices? I mean, I am using them passively. I think the dice can give me like a bonus on some checks. Like I had a bonus on one of the checks from earlier, but it didn't really help me. Yeah. Sadly, I think I might be a drunk or a degenerate, maybe even both.
Dark times will do that to good men.
I have dice? I do! I got Kazaskara dice from a dice maker.
Serious question time.
In the
This
game,
man
I
is
mean.
no innocent. No one is.
Do you know anything about the man hanged behind the whirling in rags?
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of
So
that.
you do know something about it.
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here knows that. I'm just glad to hear you're looking into it. That's all.
I was about to scream. I'm sorry.
He's not feeling very comfy in his clothes, is he?
Is this your mug? Hold up the yellow man mug.
My mug? Why would you think that?
I can see you recognize it. It's in your eyes.
I may have had a similar looking mug in the past. That's all.
Still seems suspicious. Did I mention the mug was found at the scene of a lynching?
Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer. You're not going to find me, are you?
Nah, Gary, I just want information.
Whew. Thank you. You won't regret this. I won't use another man's property to dump my garbage ever again. I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet.
Was going to be like, Link now. I mean, I would be interested in knowing how to make them if I could, but like, I feel like they involve resin and stuff, and I don't really know how to deal with that. Or if someone could manufacture them, I don't know. How'd you get into the trash container?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services, CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Why would you need to get into everyone's trash?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Bohemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Gary, did you put the clothes of a murder victim, the man who was hanged behind the whirling in rags, into the trash container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Do?
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Actually, I know a bit about dice making. Maybe I'll make something in the future. Ooh, nice. I mean, I don't like do tabletop role-playing games, so I don't really use them, but I think they're really pretty. When people make them with like resin and like they have like stuff in them. What happened? Yes, what happened?
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly. Okay, I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads against one another as they roll across a hard.
Ah!
You've heard this sound before, but where?
Talking from your nose? I know, I'm congested and I don't know why. What's that strange sound?
What sound?
That clinking I heard when you moved.
Really? There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds, though. Insects, trash. Could be the wind shifting some garbage nearby.
I'm both sad and glad that I don't like games like D&D, because dice are so pretty I would spend all my money on them. Yeah, same.
Every day, the wind shifts the reeds and whatever was left in them. Tambourines and condom wrappers.
Oh.
Plastic and glass bottles. The smell of decay.
Thank you, Shivers. You wouldn't know anything about the victim's missing armor, would you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
There's something going on here. You should observe it more closely after this topic is concluded.
Let's move on for now.
I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way.
Don't be so relieved yet, Gary. This bad cop may have been in your apartment, admiring your mug collection.
I need this!
Perhaps a little intimidation?
Are you a cryptozoologist too?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. but I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
So Gary, you live nearby in an apartment in Martinez?
Sure do, officer.
His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going.
Have you found your door open lately?
In my home. Yes. When I was going to... How did you know?
Mr. Everett Clare thought it necessary to unlock your apartment.
Mr. Clare unlocked my apartment?
Don't worry, I didn't go in.
So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, please tell him we're good. No, tell him I'll make it up to him. What have I done? He'll send the muscle after me.
As he lowers his tone, he hunches his back.
Really, I don't even know what it was about. I just opened the door.
Whatever it is, tell him I'm silent as the grave. I was probably talking too loud in the whirling the other night about some theories. I won't do it again. If there's anything I can do to assist you, or the Union, just ask, okay? I'll try to help if I can.
This scared him proper. He's positively melting from fear. Has to prop himself up with a lot of anger to keep it together.
Why is he shifting around like that?
That shirt looks very uncomfortable
Yes!
on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
Is massive musculature? No. Something worn underneath it?
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in a yard near where he lives.
I see you're a connoisseur of high-quality combat gear.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
This shame is surprisingly sincere.
Gary, what's going on?
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
Why did you really put those clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling. So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from
Thank you.
Only the cuirass was left. So I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
Give me that armor now.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat.
Do you know who killed the hangman?
I always thought it was the Union, but I sure as hell won't go around saying that anymore. You have my word. I don't know, and I won't be running my mouth on this subject anymore.
Are we done?
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again. I won't mess with Mr. Clare either. You have my word.
Thank you for your cooperation. Oh my god! I was about to finish the fucking dialogue. Be for real. Oh my god. This is so annoying, and I had to check that for once I hit the check, and for once I did it, and you can bet your ass this time I'm not gonna do it, dude. Cause I'm so fucking unlucky every time. I fucking hate this game, and I love it at the same time, but I hate it. I hate how glitchy it is, and it's so glitchy now when it wasn't before, and I don't know why it's so glitchy now. Bro, fuck my ass. Fuck my life. Fuck me sideways. Fucking fuck me running. This is awful. Just please hurry up. I know it's a composure check at least. Like, dude, I save at the end of every dialogue specifically. Give me a fucking break. How much do you want to bet that I'm gonna fail this check this time?
Hello. I'm just wait. I like nature. Just dark.
Serious question.
Oh, no, no.
He's not feeling very comfy in his clothes.
My mug? I may have had a sip. Okay, you're not going to find me. Whew.
What did you...
Nothing.
Here we go. Start pumping that soup.
I know a guy. So I'm sorry. Okay. Officer, I was only cleaning up. Then okay.
As he shifts uncomfortably.
What? Real? There's a lot.
Every day, the wind shifts.
Armor?
There's something going on here. You should observe.
I hope.
Don't be so relieved yet, Gary. This bad cop may have been in you.
No, no. I helped Sure.
His eyes narrow slightly.
In my home. Yes. Mr. Clare unlocked my... So you... What?
As he lowers his tone, he hunches his back.
Whatever. I won't do...
This scared him proper. He's positive. Is he?
This is annoying. Like, this is so annoying. I knew this was gonna happen. I can't have shit in this game, like I'm telling you. The one time I don't fucking fail a check, the one time my bad luck is not, like, poisoning my life, the game shuts down on me. I'm fucking tired, dude. I really need to figure out why this game keeps crashing. It's not fun.
My disappointment is immeasurable. And my day is ruined.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck. I need this fucking chest plate. And I need it, and I am owed it because I got it the first time.
Hello. I'm just... I like Nate. Dark.
Serious.
Oh. No, no.
He's not feeling...
I'm... Okay. You're not going to Who?
What did you...
Nothing.
Here we go.
I know. So I'm sorry. Officer, I was only cleaning. Then I came. Okay.
As he shifts uncomfortably,
What? Real? There's a lot.
every day the wind shifts.
Armor.
There's something going on here.
I hope.
Don't be so relieved.
No, no. I help. Sure.
His eyes narrow slightly.
In my home, Mr. Clare unlocked my. So he. What?
As he lowers his tone,
Whatever. I won't.
this scared him proper. He's positively melting from fear. That shirt look. No. Yet.
I was a.
This.
Gary. Later.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the.
So only the cuirass was left. I always thought it was the because I was weak.
Haha.
I should have told.
The hell?
I'll explain later. Yes, absolutely.
For fuck's sake!
That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water.
Wait, I can't see anything interesting.
You don't have a reason to. Yet.
What's this about?
Nothing. Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there, by the old boy bobbing in the water. Time to.
Okay, Inland Empire. I will continue to explore the rest of the coast when Kim is back tomorrow. I mean, it is late. I'm not... it is late in the game, so I'm probably gonna go back. Well, I don't have money for the whirling, but I do need to talk to Gart.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring.
Look around.
The reeds bend forlornly toward the water. Some tufts have been crushed. The broken stalks, sickly pale against the darkness. In the east, the city center hums to you. The constant, distant song, louder on this part of the coast, nearer somehow. And there's that cold again. Always the cold.
Reach for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Oh, is that money?
This is it, the scene of the party, the fire pit. Cigarettes and empty bottles all evidence it.
Hold up, don't you mean scene of the crime?
Not as such. I'm talking about what came after the party scene.
Yeah, it sure does look like a lot of folks partied there here.
Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain.
Guess I'll be on my way. Take it. So since I don't have money to sleep at the hotel, I will just sleep at the place Isabel gave the little shack Isabel gave me. Isn't there like a payphone somewhere? I can't remember where it is though. Like a payphone outside, not the one in the harbor though. L'origine du disco. Hey Gart, several things to tell you.
Can I help you?
Gart, I found a new bird for the whirling.
What is this thing?
It's no biggie, I just thought it would look nice on the wall. I'm that kind of cop.
What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess? So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
People just don't know how to accept gifts. Especially taxidermy. He likes it. He likes the bird. It solves his broken bird problem.
Gart, I saw another thing in the whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
I'm not gonna tell him about the...
Yes?
Oh, I thought I could talk to him about the fact that his building is supposed to be cursed, but okay.
Oh, hello, dear.
I ran...
You are again.
I ran into your husband on the coast.
Goodness. How is he? Did he say why he hasn't returned yet?
He's fine, ma'am. As I had suspected, he couldn't get back earlier because the water lock on the canal was broken. Now he's just finishing up some work.
Oh, yes. That's my Morel. He's bound to catch a cold staying out there for so long. But I am so relieved to hear that he's okay. Thank you for putting an old woman's heart at ease, if even a little.
You haven't, however. There are dangers out there. Our aging body's foul. Her heart won't rest until Morel is safely back with her.
You never told me you've seen the Phasmid.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
I really want to know.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden...
Wait, where was this and how old were you?
Ah, I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5 and a half in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there.
What happened?
The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I've never seen anything like it.
She had no fear, just surprise.
I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
Did you follow it?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Where did you go? Don't go.
Then what?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel. We were on our first date when I told him my story. You should have seen his face. He said my descriptions matched the Phasmid down to a T. Its white marble limbs, the way it moved.
So that's how they met. This is beyond significant for them.
You were on a date?
Our first. Yes.
Its limbs are white?
Not all of them, as far as I remember. Some of them. On the inside, like stalks of marble, if that makes sense.
How big was it?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
Maybe you imagined it, Lena.
Of course. I've thought about it. But Morel says my report matches with the others. And I'm sure I hadn't heard of the Phasmid as a child. Nor had my mother or my grandmother. So how did I know what to imagine? It was only when I started telling my story as a teenager that boys would tell me, Lena, you trying to tell us you saw the Insul Indian Phasmid out there in those reeds? Get out of here. They just give me a cider and ruffle my hair and tell me to stop dreaming. But I saw it.
Thank you for sharing this with me.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own. Into the mud. Anywhere.
That's all for now, ma'am. Okay, well.
The dented yellow mailbox.
I'm always gonna pat the box.
The box seems happy.
I need to do something that will make 5 minutes pass, so then I can go to the hotel and go to the not the hotel, the shack to sleep. I remember there being like some kind of payphone somewhere, but I can't remember where it is. church! A dead phone. Oh, I think I got it.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Put 10 cents in and dial a random number.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
I might be? What's Pierre like?
So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even the animals have died.
What kind of pets did you have?
Are you sure you're Pierre? Your voice, it's different. There. Chrysanthemum.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects.
Just spending my money on this shit.
Still calling. Again? Seriously? Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, you're electricity.
Is electricity there? I need to speak with electricity.
No, but I got a feeling I'll kick your ass is gonna make an appearance if you ever call this number again. Have a good one, asshole.
Phone hanging up.
Oh.
Disconnect tone.
I'm calling.
Calling. Calling. Still calling. Still calling.
Stop calling me, man. I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work.
We could all be a bit kinder to each other, don't you think? Consider your debt paid, my friend.
My debt? I don't fucking owe you. It's... Who is... never mind. I don't have time for this.
He does not seem to be overly thankful of your kindness as he hangs up. Disconnect tone.
Alright, I'm gonna stop spending my fucking money on calling people. Random people. More money to use the phone with. Glasses. More stuff. Thing.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Touch it.
The cloth, if you can still call it that, makes a soft crunching sound as you thrust your finger into it.
Take a closer look.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth.
Can I take it? Yeah, I don't know, you could use it. Okay. If I wash it... Oh, I can't go there yet. I need Kim to be here for this. I just want him to be here for me emotionally. be here for me emotionally. I believe in Kim. I trust him. What was that? It's time to sleep in the game. Let's see what
It's getting late.
Let's see what the voices have to say this time. Now that we're going... What? What bug? Trying to save. This game's so glitchy, I swear to God. Da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da,
An old mirror.
da-da-da-da-da-da. Ooh, da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Sorry, this is just one of my favorite soundtracks from this game.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
Let's go to bed! Now!
Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
La da da, da da da.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
This is why, like, I don't know about y'all, but whenever I write something, this is why dream sequences are very, like, important for me to write. I think the dreams are so important to any kind of, like, if you're, you know, telling a story, I think dreams are really, really important. And Disco Elysium shows that very well.
Recorded in you forever on Faraday.
Spinning, spinning, tell me, am I dreaming?
No, you're spinning tapes at the discotheque.
Sounds fun.
The great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash. The bang. The endless learning experience.
Spinning in eternity.
On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising. Rising. Above the dark curvature. The great wingspan of sleep. Studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time. The last time. The smoke in her mouth. The plotted flowers.
Potted flower.
Faces turning. Changing.
I love dream sequences, man. Yeah, because you can get real crazy with it, right? It's so cool. What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy. And you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now.
I got the chills again, man, over this fuck. This is my favorite line, my number one favorite line from this entire game. Fuck. Oops. Not only cool, but also for showing the mental state of your character and their subconscious and all. Yeah, exactly. Dude. So, in case some people were not aware, if you've read Engraved in the Winds, you have seen this line, I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. I've literally used that, it's from Disco Elysium, and I used it in Engraved in the Winds, because I just thought it was so amazing. in the context of that fic. So this entire thing where he says it's the world and you're made of it. Every day you're out there and you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. This shit is insane. This is insane writing and I love it. Like, I'm going crazy.
You can never forget this shit.
The colors, the voices, the rain, the snow. I don't want to. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsake.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's right, I am an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
And for what?
For the working class.
Solving your little crossword puzzle. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
I'm building communism for all. This time we won't fail.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
Feel the pillow under your cheek.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Sounds awful.
Do it for the wind.
Oh, okay. I don't think I got this phrase last time. I will do it for the win. Thank you, Shivers. Man, whatever the fuck that was.
Rise and shine, comrade. It's time to get to work.
What's going on?
Despite all the thinking you've been doing, only 0.0001% of communism has been built. It's too great a task to undertake alone. You're going to have to get organized.
Yeah, I don't think I did. Have you seen my shit recently? I've really gotten it together.
It's good that your personal business is in order, but we're talking about political matters of real historical import here. You must seek out your revolutionary brothers and sisters. Find out how much communism they've built. Then, together, maybe you'll be able to build as much as 0.0002% of communism.
I didn't do this quest last time. I'm gonna try to do it this time.
It won't be easy.
It will be entirely new for me.
Decades of persecution by coalition authorities have driven the remaining communists of Martinaise underground. They live underground. These communists aren't men. They're mole people.
How am I supposed to find them if they're hiding?
Let your nose guide you, detective.
My nose?
Yes. Fortunately, communists are known to have a very distinct smell.
Really?
We really have no idea what they're talking about. There's no linkage between ideology and olfaction.
What does communism smell like?
Failure.
Oh. There's so much failure in my life already. I don't know if I can take it. Okay, but what does failure smell like?
It's a smell you know all too well. Simultaneously repulsive
Ow,
and
ow,
yet
ow.
darkly appealing. Musty with a sharp tang, but also a remnant of lost sweetness. Like a rotting mango that's been swaddled in a coat from your grandfather's attic. What you're smelling is your own body odor, of course. Nothing a shower and change of clothes couldn't fix. People sometimes complain there are no real communists left in Martinez. But you can smell their presence. They're out there, waiting for you to join them.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's get organized.
First, you'll have to locate the remaining communists in Martinez. When you get near to someone with revolutionary potential, your nose will give you the signal to establish contact.
Okay.
Again, no, it won't. Any olfactory response you perceive will be strictly psychosomatic. You should begin by interrogating those lawless malcontents at the Dock Workers Union. They're an obvious place to start.
Hang on, what will I do once I establish contact with my fellow communists?
You'll discuss the monumental world historical task.
Okay, I'll look at it in a second.
You'll engage in rigorous and spirited debates about Mazovian theory and practice. But mostly, you'll probably complain about other communists.
Isn't that last part kind of counterproductive?
Not at all. Complaining about other communists is one of the most important parts of being a communist.
Okay, alright, let's get to it.
Here we go. Wake, brave worker. 'Tis no time for bed. Fight till there's no slaves below, and no masters o'erhead.
Ha 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 ha. Dum da dum. Dum da dum. Do it for the city. Go. Do it for the win. Okay. I think last time I got... I got the... I think I might have gotten the logic one last time. So the logic one is... Do it for the picture puzzle, put it all together, solve the world, one conversation at a time. I feel like I vaguely remember this, so I might have gotten it. I don't know. Let's get out of here. Kim! Is Kim here? I missed him. Kim! Oh my god, Kim! I missed you so much! Good morning! Good morning, Kim!
Yes?
Hold still a second. Try to smell Kim.
The lieutenant's posture becomes rigid and uncomfortable as you lean forward and sniff the area just above his shoulder blade.
I just saw him after he, like, fucking... After, like, not seeing him for, like, a day and a half. No, just like a half a day. And I'm smelling him.
The lieutenant is fastidious as a cat in matters of his personal upkeep. And yet, in the folds of his jacket, you can just perceive the stale and acrid traces of oil rags, transmission fluid, and brake pads. Wait. There's something else there. Something that sets your GABA receptors aflutter. The lieutenant's aftershave, a common drugstore brand. Strong hints of pine needle. But what sort of ideological picture do these smells paint? Tough to say.
Do you need something, detective?
I was just wondering what brand of aftershave you use.
It's nothing fancy, just plain old Tiger Super Special. Are you thinking of, you know?
Lose these bad boys? No way.
I didn't mean to offend. It's your business, of course. Was there something else you wish to discuss?
Nothing. Are you a communist, Kim? There is so much to do. Hey, I fear, Lieutenant, I fear we have to go look at that, like... Wait, actually, maybe I should not do this now. It's late. But there is a lot to do. Yeah, thank you so much, Shane. Bon appetit! I'll see you later. There is so much. I don't even know where I'm gonna start next time. Because the next time I'm gonna play this game is next week. But there's like so much to do. Like, look at this. On the coast, there's so much to do. But that's good. I like that. I like that. I have to get like I have to listen to the Door Gunner Mega Mix thing. I have to buy the boombox, actually. I have to talk to Clausia again. I have to inspect the traps for Morel. I have to find the working class husband. I'm sure I can do it next time. Maybe what I'll do right now is go talk, like, call back the station, see if Alice has any news on the armor, and then maybe I'll stop streaming. 'Cause hold on, how do you fast travel? 'Cause I've never done it, but I should probably learn how to do it. How do you do it? In the map, you have to stand in front of the whirling shack and church. Oh, okay, never mind. I might as well just walk there. Oh, these guys are here. I also need to talk to them.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Did you find out more about the owner of the armored boots?
Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. Was there any...
Fuck off!
In the cabin, you see a...
Okay, I guess that makes sense. This game really encourages you to walk most of the time. Yeah, I guess that's fine, you know, that's what I did for the entire playthrough last time I played this, so... Anyway, I'm gonna stop playing for today, because it's late. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming, I really appreciate it. As always, fun game, I really love it, there's so much to do. And I'm excited to do the stuff that I haven't done last time, so, you know, there's some stuff. Yeah, thank you guys. We're on like day 4, I believe, so it's probably gonna be a pretty packed day, pretty full of stuff, so excited for that. It's Thursday now, I believe, in the game. Yes. There's gonna be a lot of stuff going on. Man, I'm excited to go to, like, the church and everything. There's, like, a lot of stuff to do on the coast and with the church, and it's, like, the best part of the game happens around that area, so I'm, like, really excited for that. Anyway, we're gonna stop for today. What was I gonna say? I'll be back on Wednesday for Genshin Impact. There's gonna be the 5.2 update, so I'm gonna play that. And probably, I mean, definitely Friday as well. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to do all the content in one stream, so I'm gonna be back for Genshin on Friday. So yeah, next Disco Elysium stream will have to be next Monday because of this. I hope that's okay. Let me just see who I can raid. I'm going back to work tomorrow, but hopefully it won't be too bad. I only have like 2 weeks of this to go through before I am actually on vacation for a week, which is gonna be pretty nice. Okay, Lord Zenith is playing Factorio, I think? I don't know what that is. Wow, that looks complicated. Alright, we're gonna raid Lord Zenith. Thank you guys again for coming. I appreciate it. And I'll see y'all on Wednesday. Bye.
I think that's because the